YouTube fame, it's the dream, right? Millions of subscribers hanging on your every word, brand deals that make it rain cash, the ability to share your passions with the world from your bedroom. We see the glitz, the glam, the seemingly effortless rise to stardom, but behind the veil of likes and subscribers lurks a darker side, a hidden cost to this digital fame. What we don't see are the countless hours of work, the relentless pressure to churn out content, and the constant scrutiny from both fans and foes. Even worse, we don't see the invisible hand of platform policies, often pushing creators into a corner where their creativity and authenticity are sacrificed at the altar of monetization. This is the story of the hidden costs of YouTube fame, a world where the pursuit of success often clashes with the freedom of expression. It's a story about the fine line creators walk between staying true to themselves and playing by the platform's rules. And it's a story that deserves to be told. Let's talk about demonetization, the elephant in the YouTube room. For those unfamiliar, this is the dreaded scenario where YouTube decides your video, your baby, isn't advertiser friendly. Maybe you swore a little too much in your excitement, or maybe your video tackles a controversial topic. Whatever the reason, the result is the same. Your ability to earn money from your work is compromised. Now, creators understand that platforms have rules, we get it. But the problem is YouTube's demonetization policies are often vague and inconsistently applied, leaving creators in a perpetual state of uncertainty. One day a certain type of content is fine, the next it's flagged. It's like playing whack-a-mole with your income. This uncertainty creates a chilling effect on creativity. Creators, fearing the dreaded yellow dollar sign that signifies demonetization, start self-censoring their content. They avoid certain topics, tone down their language, and shy away from anything remotely controversial, even if it's important to them or their audience. In essence, the fear of demonetization forces creators to choose between staying true to themselves and getting paid. And that's a choice no one should have to make. The impact of demonetization fears on content is real and it's pervasive. You see it in the subtle shifts in language, the careful editing, the way creators tiptoe around certain subjects. It's like they're walking on eggshells, constantly worried about saying the wrong thing and facing the algorithm's wrath. Take, for instance, the way creators have to watch their language. Curse words are often a big no-no, even if they're used naturally or for comedic effect. Some creators resort to creative bleeping or substituting words, but it disrupts the flow and often comes across as forced. Then there's the issue of controversial topics. Discussing things like politics, religion, or social issues can be a minefield for creators. Even if they approach these topics with nuance and respect, there's always a risk that their video gets flagged and demonetized simply because the algorithm doesn't understand the context. This self-censorship, while understandable, ultimately hurts the viewer. It leads to bland, sanitized content that lacks the rawness and authenticity that made YouTube so appealing in the first place. It's a lose-lose situation where both creators and viewers are worse off. So where do we go from here? How do we balance the need for platform guidelines with the need for creator freedom? It's a complex issue with no easy answers. Platforms like YouTube have a responsibility to create a safe and respectful environment for users, but they also have a responsibility to foster creativity and allow for a diversity of voices. Striking that balance requires transparency, consistency, and a willingness to listen to the concerns of creators. Creators, for their part, need to keep speaking out against unfair policies and censorship. They need to continue pushing boundaries and challenging the status quo, even when it's risky. The future of online content creation depends on it. And viewers, you have a role to play too. Support creators who you feel are being unfairly targeted. Amplify their voices, call out injustice, and demand better from the platforms you use. A note of gratitude. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to thank you, the viewers, for being here. Your support, your engagement, your willingness to listen, it means the world. You are the reason we do what we do. You are the reason creators keep creating, even in the face of adversity. You're the reason we keep fighting for a better, fairer online world. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of this conversation. Thank you for caring, and thank you for being you.